then, let's talk about some party politics now pertaining the New Patriotic Party, which will not hold primaries in 30 constituencies come Saturday in the parliamentary primaries. Now, this is because they elect, well, when the Electoral College goes to the polls to select the party's parliamentary candidates, 30 of the constituencies will not be able to hold their elections. A statement signed by the party's General Secretary, Kwabena Japon, also states that the polls will use the same register for the presidential primaries. Here's a news desk report on this.
This consists of 6 constituencies in the Ashanti region, including New Edibiase, Akrofom, Adansia Sokwa, Menchia North, Jobeng and Kumewu. The Brongahafo, Upper East and West and Central regions recorded a constituency each: Kintampo North, Talensi, Nadoli Kaleo and Upper Dentra West with outstanding issues. Volta region also had 5 constituencies: Ho Central, Nkwanta South, North Dei, Krachin Chumuru and Ketu North parliamentary primaries put on hold. Bia East and West, Joaboso, Akontombra and Kwesimintim in the Western region were also affected. The Greater Accra region recorded the highest number of constituencies with various outstanding issues which necessitated the postponement of their primaries. These constituencies include Dom Kwabinya, Tema West, Central and East, Ayawaso Central and Okankwe South. The rest are Klote Kole, Obom Domiabra, Ablekuma West and Krowo. According to the party General Secretary, only the registers used for the October 18th presidential primaries shall be used for this election. At constituencies where at the close of nomination only one candidate filed, he or she will be deemed to have been duly elected unopposed. The poll is slated to commence at 8 a.m. and end at 3 p.m. on Saturday, June 13, barring any unforeseen challenges. Earlier on Thursday, there was a report of an injunction placed on the upcoming primaries in the Kwapim North constituency by former constituency chairman Edume Champon. In a telephone conversation, the former chairman confirmed the suit but said the matter has been resolved. Even though he declined to speak on tape, he clarified that the injunction has been lifted. This is a Joy News Desk report.
Let me just say that this weekend we'll bring you an up-to-the-minute coverage of the NPP's parliamentary primaries on radio at 99.7 FM and on TV and at myjoyonline.com. Meanwhile, scores of angry delegates of the New Patriotic Party on Thursday besieged the party headquarters to demand the reinstatement of some disqualified parliamentary aspirants ahead of tomorrow's polls. They maintain that the aspirants ought to be allowed to contest the primaries if NPP wishes to win power come 2016. Take a look at this.
It went well. I mean, the appeals committee, like I've always been saying, said there's nothing wrong with me contesting the seat. And all that has been putting out in the media are all false and propaganda. Those people carrying those certificates know where they got them from. I didn't give it to them. So it's up to them to show where they got it from. It's their issue.
But that's a pretty curious issue. The allegations that you presented these certificates, fake certificates from Legon to the vetting committee, did that happen?
It's not true. I didn't present anything. That is why up to the national level, they said, they opened the form, they said, he didn't present any certificate. So I raised an issue but people are out there in their media, putting it out there that I did. So they should caution those people to stop. You see, these are things that we do to malign other people in politics, but it is not true. It is not right. It's not healthy for our politics.
Has the appeals committee taken a decision on your issue?
Well, they've cleared me. They said I should go and contest. They wish me good luck to win the elections, but our elections will be held on 27th. They said all these media issues could have caused a little damage to my campaign. It could have brought my campaign back. So they've given us 2 weeks to go and prepare and contest the elections. So there's no more issue.
In this particular instance, it's the incumbent herself who has petitioned. And she has been given a chance to speak. Yesterday she spoke for more than 2.5 hours. I was supposed to come in today and answer to those information that she brought out. But unfortunately, you know, when you start speaking, it doesn't go the way it doesn't go the way you want it to go. But we have, you know, taken the position that we would always serve this party, so we won't get angry or won't get, you know, we won't do anything to make this party suffer any disaffection.
Let us in on the issues that Natoshi has raised in this petition.
Her issues are so numerous. She's talking about nurturing, she's talking about residents, she's talking about so many things. But I've been able to prove to her that I am resident in Tema West. In fact, indeed, I won a court case on this matter in March this year. That, you know, the judge accepted the fact that I live in Tema West. I could vote and be voted for in Tema West. So that matter was clear. Then came nurturing. Nurturing, I was able to prove that I have nurtured this constituency. But of course, she is trying to disprove my information that I gave out as nurturing the constituency. But of course, that is not for her to do. It is for the panel to adjudicate.
We'll stay with the NPP, a teeny win a bit longer, and we'll talk about the 2016 flag bearer Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who visited the eastern region yesterday. Specifically, he was in Chebi. We'll find out from our correspondent on the ground exactly why or what he has been doing in the eastern region. Kofi Siao is a man on the ground. Hello, Kofi.
Hello.
Why was Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in Chebi?
Well, this surprise visit to most of the party delegates and supporters and some of us, the media men, because they just left with some few days to go for the election. So his visit to the area was a surprise to some of us. But according to Nana Addo, he was there on the invitation of the incumbent MP, Samuel Atachia. And actually, Nana Addo said Atachia and the executive came to him to come and endorse his candidature. But according to Nana Akufo-Addo, as the leader and father of the party, it will be wrong for him to do so. So he just came there to ask the party delegates and those contesting to come together and ensure that they elect one person and rally behind the person on Saturday and ahead of the 2016 presidential and parliamentary elections.
Now, what were the reactions to Nana Addo's visit to Chebi yesterday, particularly from party sympathizers?
Well, even though the flag bearer did not endorse Atachia, as in doing so practically, but party supporters and some delegates were a bit surprised because you claim you did not come to endorse Samuel Atachia, but those you came with, for example, Hakman Usuadiman, former minister, Dr. Kwame Adokufo, and one other person, Nanaya Osafuma, former minister of finance. They all came there and they openly declared for Atachia. They actually said Atachia is somebody whom they vote for will become a cabinet minister when Nana Addo wins. So they were surprised that the flag bearer, even though did not endorse Atachia's candidature, but those he came with and stood on the same platform with endorsed Atachia's candidature.
Kofi, tell us generally, how is the eastern region readying up for the Saturday primaries? Well,
as it's happening in other regions, eastern region, all the constituencies are voting. So far, we have about 1,700 and over delegates voting in 33 constituencies in the region. And the competition or the contest, I should say, has been very keen because in some constituencies like New Job in South, where Honorable Mark Esbe is facing a stiff competition from one Michael Kofi Befi, who is also tipped to win the seat. And in constituency, for example, Atachia, he is also facing a stiff opposition from one Kingsley Ajiman. And when you go to New Job in North, for instance, there is one man who happens to be the major financier of a former flag bearer or former presidential aspirant of the NPP, Alan Chemantin. He is Dr. Samuel. He is also competing with Nana Ejibwatin.
So essentially, everything is set for tomorrow's primaries.
Come again?
Essentially, the Eastern region is ready for the primaries tomorrow.
The Eastern region is very ready for the primaries.
Thank you
tomorrow.
very much, Kofi, for the reports. Kofi Siao joined us from the Eastern region. He's been giving us an update on Anada Dankwa Akufo-Addo's visit to the area. Now, there's more to come here, especially highlights of the white paper on the Justice Jamefe-led commission report on the Black Stars showing at the World Cup. Don't go away.